Tekan baju. Kod bangun. Ya Arif, pagi ni kita ada 7 kes di hadapannya Arif. Boleh saya mulakan ya Arif?
Silakan Puan Azizah.
Saya panggil kes yang pertama dalam senarai. Petisyen penerimaan masuk Peguambela Peguamcara nombor WA 18 2169 12 tahun 2019. Jennifer anak perempuan Agustin. Silakan Miss Jennifer.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Ryan Yap bagi pihak Pempetisyen Yang Arif.
Ya, silakan Mr. Yap.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Yap Ansui hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen pertama Jennifer anak perempuan Augustine pada hari ini Yang Arif. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya iaitu Tuan Aslam Buhari yang mewakili Yang Berbahagia Jabatan Peguam Negara Malaysia dan Puan S. Harimila Dewi yang mewakili Majlis Peguam Negara dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Johor.
Benar ya Arif.
Okay. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Silakan.
My Lord, may I introduce the petitioner Jennifer anak perempuan Augustine. The petitioner was born on 12 June 1994 in Taiping and is the second child of Mr. Augustine Anthony, who worked as a lorry driver for over 30 years, and Mrs. Pachiamma Balakrishnan, a devoted homemaker. The petitioner had her early education at SK Klang Pao before continuing her secondary school in SMK Treacher Methodist in Taiping, Perak. The petitioner has further completed her STPM in SMK King Edward VII in the year 2013. The petitioner, being the first in the family to pursue her studies up to degree level, started off her journey at University Sultan Zainal Abidin in the year 2014, where she was offered to pursue Bachelor of English with Communications. Due to her immense interest in law, the petitioner then moved into the law faculty during the second semester and successfully acquired her degree in law in 2018 after much turmoil. Today, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her family. She would like to thank her parents for their unwavering support and encouragement, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. Her parents never ceased to believe in her, even in the face of failure, and constantly push her to achieve her great heights in life. No words can express how thankful the petitioner is to her parents for their unconditional love and sacrifices. The petitioner would also like to thank her siblings, her elder sister, Josephine Marie, her younger brothers, Joachim and Joshua, for always being a confidant, sources of inspiration, and for being such good listeners. The petitioner would also like to extend her gratitude for the overwhelming love and support from her brother-in-law, Raghuvaran, and her beloved nephew, Fabian, who stood by her side through all circumstances, cheering her up. My Lord, the petitioner was once a lost soul, trying so hard to grab an opportunity to chamber back at her hometown, Taipei, until fate brought her under the wings and chambers of Messrs. Ender Ang, Atika and Associates in Johor. The petitioner would like to thank her master, Ms. Ki Hui Sin, for the guidance and knowledge given through her pupillage. Through her master, the petitioner learns that efficiency and discipline is extremely important in becoming a great lawyer. The petitioner is also grateful to Ms. Tay Jasin, who allowed her to undergo a pupillage at the firm. Jasin has always been kind and to guide and advise the petitioner in every aspect possible. Ms. Tay, along Ms. Atika Muhammad, has been such stupendous moral support for the petitioner throughout her pupillage journey. The petitioner would also like to express her utmost gratitude to all her colleagues in Messrs. Ender Ang and Atika, Kak Lin, Kak Ika, Kak Ita, Miss Chin, Miss Joey, Miss Hajar, Chai, and Azizul for making her time reading in chambers such a meaningful and unforgettable experience, one in which she will treasure always. The petitioner's fond appreciation also goes to her best friend, her family, for the companionship and comfort they have given her until today. The petitioner would like to thank Siva Shangiran, Joshua, Uma Devi, and Pavitra for their unyielding love and gentle affection which has flourished into who she is today. And for that, the petitioner is forever indebted. Special mention goes to Uma Devi and Pavitra, who are now serving as lawyers for their continuous support and guidance since petitioner's degree's life to date. The petitioner would also like to thank her close friends, Divashini, Shalini, and Shapna for the love given. Lastly, to her fellow classmates of batch 2014 to 2018, who did not welcome the petitioner ever since the petitioner joined the law class, the petitioner would like to express her appreciation for making her start. The petitioner is extremely grateful to Mr. Yap Ansui, the mover today, who has kindly agreed to take time out of his busy schedule to move the petitioner call. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the AG Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Johor Bar Community respectively have no objection to this motion. I humbly move this honourable court to admit and enrol the petitioner, Jennifer Anak Perempuan Augustine, as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
My Lord, no objection from Attorney General Chambers, my Lord.
Thank you.
My Lord, there's no objection from Bar Council Malaysia and Johor Bar Committee for this petitioner.
Very well. That's the case. Ms. Jennifer Augustine, you are hereby admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. Mr. Yap. I'm sorry, did you hear what I had to say just now?
Ya, Yang Arif.
Boleh dengar, ya?
Boleh ya Arif? Mr. Ryan?
Mr. Ryan, I think you have to make an application now. With regard to the robing, Mr. Ryan.
Okay. Jennifer, you may now...
No, Mr. Ryan, you have to ask me for permission.
Okay. Dengan izin Yang Arif, I humbly request the permission for the petitioner to robe herself, Yang Arif.
Please do so, Ms. Jennifer.
Pada dalam Ini nak nampak dia daruk ke bedung.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama. You may be seated. Thank you.
Kes nombor 2 dalam senarai Yang Arif. Petisyen penerimaan masuk Peguambela dan Peguamcara WA 18-2103-12 tahun 2019. Pempetisyen Ong Sin Wei.
Okay. May it please you, my lord. My name is Reginald Vadipuram, and I appear for the petitioner Ong Sin Wei. The counsels for the other parties in this petition have already been named before your lordship.
Very well.
My lord, it is indeed a singular pleasure to move before this honorable court the petition filed by Ong Sin Wei to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. As your humble petitioner, the Lord comes from a very humble background. I crave leave of to say a few words about the petitioner.
Please do so.
Thank you, my Lord. My Lord, your humble petitioner was born on the 24th of June 1996 in a small kampong in central Palu, located in the Kluang district, Johor State. She's the eldest child in a family of 4. Her parents, Mr. Ong Kim Ling and Madam Tan Bi Eng, raised her with lots of love. She grew up in an environment filled with much love and care that emanated not only from her siblings, Jian Hong, Zin He, and Jian Hao, but also from her uncles, aunties, cousins, and relatives, all evidencing a close-knit family. The petitioner received her primary education in SJKC Central Palo from 2003 to 2008 and continued with her secondary education at SMK Palo from 2009 to 2013. She excelled in the SPM examination with 10 distinctions. The seed of pursuing a career at the bar was planted by her tuition teacher, Madam Lee, when she was in secondary school. In 2014, she enrolled for a A-level course in Brickfields Asia College in Petaling and elected to select law as a subject in furtherance of that seed planted in her. Upon successful completion of the A-level, your humble petitioner enrolled for an LLB degree with the University of London external program in 2015 and graduated in 2018. She obtained a CLP in 2019. The attainment of a degree in LLB and the certificate of legal practice undoubtedly is the result of hard work and perseverance, a journey interspersed with both tears and joy. On the 9th of December 2019, the petitioner was indeed fortunate to be taken in as a pupil in the firm of Mrs. Yo Chambers, and more fortunate to have my learned friend Mr. Chok Chin Yu as her master, as Mr. Chok is well known in the profession as a learned and well researched when it comes to the handling of his cases. He's also well known for his generosity in sharing his knowledge with others in the profession. I personally have been the beneficiary on several occasions. He has spent a lot of time and effort to prepare the petitioner for this challenging career at the bar, including holding classes, which he has been regularly doing to instill in his other pupils of the firm, and pupils from other firms as well, a love for the law and the importance of thorough research. The petitioner has had the benefit of watching the dedication he brings to the cases handled by him, at the extent to which he goes to protect his client's interests without compromising principles of justice and fairness and the ethics and traditions of the bar. The humble petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude to her dearest parents, Mr. Ong Kim Ling and Madam Tan Bi Eng, for the unconditional love and support, and for the tremendous financial and other sacrifices they made so as to enable the petitioner to pursue a career at the bar. Petitioner is also grateful to her siblings, Jian Hong, Zin He, and Jian Hao, who were also very supportive and caring throughout her studies. She also wishes to place on record her profound gratitude and thanks to our master, Mr. Chok Chin Hyo, the other lawyers of the firm of Yo Chambers, and the staff as well, for making her pupillage a challenging and useful period. She wishes to extend her thanks to her best friends, Su Cheng, Li Wen, Winnie, Quinn Hyun, and Hee Hui, for their love, friendship, and for being there for her at all times. She also wishes to thank her degree course friends, her CLP friends, Vivian, Zi Hui, Jess, Celine, Fredrick, Dexter, in particular for the encouragement, motivation, and support which she needed badly as she was away from home. I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted as an enrolled role as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I verily believe that the papers are in order, and I humbly pray for an order in terms of the petition.
Very well.
My lord, all papers are in order, my lord. No objection from Attorney General Chambers, my lord.
Thank you.
My Lord, the Johor Bar Committee and the Bar Council have no objection towards the petitioner.
Thank you. That is the case. Ms. Ong Zing Wei, under the powers vested in me, you are hereby admitted as and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Much obliged, Young Arif, and I seek leave of this court for the petitioner to robe herself.
Please do so.
Much obliged, Young Arif.
Thank you. Very well.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama. You may be seated. Thank you.
Kes yang ketiga, Yang Arif. Petisyen penerimaan masuk Peguambela dan Peguamcara nombor WA 18-2122-12 tahun 2019. Muhammad Azizul bin Zainal.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Muhammad Hafiz bin Hud, Peguam pengusul bagi Pempetisyen Muhammad Azizul bin Zainal.
Ya.
Serta rakan-rakan bijaksana saya, Tuan Nazan Buhari mewakili Kamar Berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara dan Puan Ash Syari Milad Devi yang mewakili Majlis Peguam dan Jawatankuasa Peguam yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi.
Baik.
Yang Arif, hari ini telah ditetapkan untuk pendengaran permohonan Pempetisyen untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Pertama sekali, Yang Arif, saya mohon izin untuk memperkenalkan Pempetisyen kepada Pempetisyen telah dilahirkan pada 3 Mac 1992 di Hospital Besar Muar Johor dan merupakan anak sulung hasil perkahwinan Encik Zainal bin Supok dan Puan Hanida binti Atan. Pempetisyen juga sudah mendirikan rumah tangga dengan pasangannya Puan Nur Ain Nabilah Muhammad Salim yang juga seorang Peguambela dan Peguamcara, dan keduanya kini beramal di firma yang sama iaitu Tuan Nur Zaki Yusof & Co. Yang Arif, Pempetisyen telah menerima pendidikan awal di Sekolah Kebangsaan Bukit Galing di Kuantan Pahang dan Sekolah Kebangsaan Pasir Gudang 4 di Johor Bahru. Di peringkat sekolah menengah pula, Pempetisyen mendapat pendidikan di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Pasir Gudang 2 Johor Bahru dan Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tenang Stesen Labis. Pempetisyen kemudian menyambung pelajaran ke tingkatan 6 di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Munshi Ibrahim Labis, dan akhirnya Pempetisyen telah memilih untuk melanjutkan pelajaran di peringkat ijazah sarjana muda di Universiti Utara Malaysia dan dianugerahkan ijazah sarjana muda undang-undang pada November 2016. Pempetisyen semasa di Universiti Utara Malaysia telah secara aktif terlibat sebagai ahli jawatankuasa Persatuan Undang-Undang dan berkhidmat sebagai resident assistant semasa di Kolej Kediaman Pelajar. Pempetisyen juga secara aktif menjalankan perniagaan dan melakukan beberapa kerja sambilan dalam kampus untuk menampung kos perbelanjaan. Selepas tamat pengajian, Pempetisyen telah bekerja sebagai pengurus di restoran makanan segera McDonald selama 3 tahun sebelum akhirnya Pempetisyen mengambil keputusan untuk menjadi pelatih dalam kamar setelah mendirikan rumah tangga apabila keadaan kewangan yang telah stabil. Ya Arif, Pempetisyen seterusnya telah memfalkan petisyen untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan telah dengan rajinnya belajar di bawah kamar Encik Muhammad Nur Zaki bin Muhammad Yusof di Tuan Nur Zaki Yusof & Co selama tempoh 9 bulan dari tarikh 11 Disember 2019 hingga Ogos 2020. Ya Arif, Pempetisyen pada hari ini ingin memanjatkan setinggi-tinggi kesyukuran kehadrat Ilahi kerana dengan izin dan rahmatnya Pempetisyen telah berjaya sampai ke tahap ini. Pertama, ucapan terima kasih ini Pempetisyen tujukan kepada tulang belakang Pempetisyen iaitu ahli keluarga, khususnya ibu Pempetisyen Puan Hanida binti Atan dan bapa Pempetisyen Cik Zainal bin Supok serta keempat-empat adik-beradik Pempetisyen. Segala kasih sayang, perhatian, didikan dan pengorbanan tidak dapat Pempetisyen balas. Dan kedua, Pempetisyen mengucapkan semestinya terima kasih kepada isteri Pempetisyen yang sudi berkongsi hidup, memberi galakan dan dorongan yang tidak pernah putus sejak daripada zaman kampus sehingga ke hari ini. Kepercayaan dan pengorbanan isteri Pempetisyen membantu Pempetisyen tidak dapat dibalas oleh Pempetisyen. Seterusnya ketiga, setinggi-tinggi penghargaan diucapkan oleh Pempetisyen kepada pengajar Pempetisyen semasa latihan dalam kamar, iaitu Encik Muhammad Nurul Zaki bin Muhammad Yusof yang telah sudi menerima Pempetisyen sebagai pelatih dalam kamar di firma beliau dan memberi banyak tunjuk ajar dalam bidang kepeguaman. Kepercayaan, peluang, nasihat dan dorongan yang diberikan sangat-sangat bernilai, dan Pempetisyen juga mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada semua kaki tangan Tuan Nurul Zaki, Yusof & Co atas segala ilmu dan bantuan yang diberikan. Akhir sekali, ucapan terima kasih tidak terhingga oleh Pempetisyen juga dirakamkan kepada sahabat baik Pempetisyen Encik Omar Kuti bin Abdul Aziz dan Encik Ahmad Syakir bin Mat Mansur atas bantuan, galakan dan dorongan sepanjang proses latihan dalam kamar yang dilengkapkan oleh Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen juga memberikan penghargaan kepada guru-guru yang pernah mengajar Pempetisyen semasa persekolahan Pempetisyen. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa dokumen dan surat cara Pempetisyen adalah lengkap dan teratur. Saya juga percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan di bawah undang-undang dan rakan-rakan bijaksana tidak ada bantahan terhadap permohonan petisyen ini. Dengan itu saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar Pempetisyen Muhammad Azizul bin Zainal diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, surat cara adalah teratur, tiada bantahan daripada Kamar Peguam Negara Yang Arif.
Baik, terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Johor tiada bantahan terhadap Pempetisyen ini.
Baik, terima kasih. So, Encik Muhammad Azizul bin Zainal, saya bawa kuasa yang terletak hak atas diri dan dengan ini memerintahkan bahawa anda dimasuki dan didaftaraikan selaku Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya mohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia untuk Pempetisyen menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri, Arif.
Silakan.
Maju belah Arif.
Sama-sama. Sila duduk. Okay. Muhammad Azizul.
Kes seterusnya Ya Arif. Kes nombor 4 dalam senarai WA 18-11701 tahun 2020. Pempetisyen Aminah Poh Yuen Wan
dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Nur Aizalan binti Ghazali, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen Aminah Poh Yuen Wan pada hari ini. Bersama-sama saya juga adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Johor pada pagi ini yang telah diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujahan saya di dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Silakan.
Yang Arif, with your permission Yang Arif, I would like to introduce the petitioner, Aminah Poh Yuen Wan. The petitioner was born on 15th of May 1988 to Mr. Poh Ahai alias Muhammad Razi Abdullah and Mrs. Jawariah Muhammad. She went to Sekolah Menengah Sultanah Engku Tun Aminah and Johor Matriculation College to study pure science. She could be termed as a late bloomer and initially only thought of reading law because mathematics was not her forte. However, during her early months in law school at University Sultan Zainal Abidin, she started to develop a keen interest on how social constructs have a direct correlation in development of the justice system across borders. She went on to actively represent the university as a tutor and became editor-in-chief of the law faculty publications, during which she became exposed to methods in alternative dispute resolutions. She then went on to become a mediator under the Malaysian Mediation Centre in 2014. The petitioner took a sabbatical upon graduation in 2011, which developed into a temporary career change into journalism, during which she was able to observe and study the impact of public relations on local politics. It was only in 2016 that she decided to take the CLP and rejoin the legal profession as a paralegal. She then completed her pupillage in Mrs. Arfizan Tani and Associate under the tutelage of Miss Wan Nur Nazifah binti Wan Mansur. Today, the petitioner, in cognizance of the grace of the Almighty, wishes to record her gratitude towards her parents, Mr. Poh Ahai, Elias Muhammad Razi Abdullah, and Mrs. Jawariah Muhammad, who provided her the means to a purposeful life, guided her and being the light in her darkest moments. She also wishes to convey her appreciation to her pupil master, Miss Wan Nur Nazifah Wan Mansur, who is a dedicated and patient master, for her advice and guidance and for her constant encouragement, and for being the reason why the petitioner feels confident in rejoining the legal profession. The petitioner further thanks to her colleagues of Mrs. Arfizan Tani and Associate, her family, teachers and friends who would not be named but have always been in her heart, for their support and assisting her throughout her pupillage in 9 months. Yang Arif, I can humbly submit that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe that the petitioner cost papers are proper and in order. And I believe that my learned friend representing the Attorney General's Chambers, the Malaysian Bar Council and the Johor Bar Committee have no objection towards this petition.
With your permission, my lord, all papers are in order. No objection from Attorney General Chambers, my lord.
Thank you.
My lord, the Bar Council Malaysia and the Johor Bar Committee have no objection towards the petitioner.
Thank you.
Yang Arif, therefore, I respectfully and humbly move this honourable court to admit and enroll the petitioner Aminah Poh Yuan Wan as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Baik. Cik Aminah Poh Yuan Wan, di bawah kuasa yang terletak hak atas diri saya memerintahkan bahawa anda dengan ini dimasuki dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Masya Allah Yang Arif, dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon Pempetisyen Aminah Poh Yuan Wan untuk menyarung jubahnya sendiri.
Silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Seterusnya Yang Arif, kes nombor 5 dalam senarai Yang Arif. Petisyen penerimaan masuk Peguambela dan Peguamcara WA 18-527-03 tahun 2020. Pempetisyen Amirah binti Amir Hamzah.
Dengan izin Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, sekali lagi saya Muhammad Hafiz bin Hud mewakili Pempetisyen Amirah binti Amir Hamzah, dan bersama-sama saya telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini iaitu rakan-rakan bijaksana yang mewakili pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara Tuan Azlan Buhari dan Puan S. Syarimila Devi yang mewakili Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatankuasa Majlis Peguam Johor. Ya Arif, izinkan saya untuk terlebih dahulu memperkenalkan dan membacakan sedikit latar belakang Pempetisyen pada hari ini. Pempetisyen merupakan anak bongsu dan satu-satunya anak perempuan daripada 4 orang adik-beradik yang dilahirkan pada 12 April 1996 di Johor Bahru. Pempetisyen mendapatkan pendidikan awal di SMK Sultan Ismail dan kemudian melanjutkan pengajian dalam program asasi undang-undang Universiti Islam Antarabangsa Malaysia, dan Kemudian, Pempetisyen telah berjaya menambahkan ijazah sarjana muda undang-undang di Universiti Islam Antarabangsa Malaysia pada Februari 2020. Dan seterusnya, Pempetisyen menjalani latihan dalam kamar di bawah tunjuk ajar Puan Syarmini Singgaraja di Tetuan Abdul Rahman and Partners. Yang Arif, Pempetisyen percaya bahawa hadirnya Pempetisyen pada hari ini sebenarnya bukanlah kerana usaha Pempetisyen sendirian, tetapi sebaliknya hari ini adalah hari penghargaan kepada insan-insan yang banyak memberikan dorongan dan sokongan kepada Pempetisyen sepanjang beliau menjalani latihan dalam kamar. Pempetisyen ingin menghadiahkan hari ini kepada kedua ibu bapa beliau, Encik Amir Hamzah bin Saleh dan Puan Roza binti Idris, serta nenek Pempetisyen Puan Maznah yang telah banyak memberikan sokongan moral, doa dan sokongan dalam memberikan didikan yang terbaik sepanjang hidup Pempetisyen. Tidak dilupakan Pempetisyen ahli keluarga tercinta Pempetisyen yang lain, terutamanya adik-beradik beliau Aiman, Kak Tini, Imran, Kak Linda Syafiq dan Kak Syira, serta kesemua ahli keluarga yang turut menyokong Pempetisyen kerana sentiasa memberikan sokongan dan dukungan kepada beliau. Ya Arif, Pempetisyen juga ingin merakamkan jutaan terima kasih kepada semua warga Tetuan Abdul Rahman and Partners, terutamanya kepada pengajar beliau, Puan Syarmini, kerana sudi membimbing Pempetisyen mengenali bidang perundangan. Pempetisyen turut menyatakan penghargaan kepada Cik Syaratul Nadia, Cik Latifah, Cik Adilah, Puan Suzana, Puan Wahidah dan Cik Afikah atas tunjuk ajar, kesabaran, sokongan serta kepercayaan Pempetisyen selama tempoh latihan dalam kamar di firma tersebut. Dengan akhirnya latihan dalam kamar Pempetisyen bukan bermakna pengakhiran, sebaliknya ianya adalah permulaan Pempetisyen dalam dunia perundangan untuk menjadi Peguambela dan Peguamcara. Akhirnya, Pempetisyen ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada rakan-rakan karib Pempetisyen di Universiti Islam Antarabangsa, iaitu Amni, Amanina, Aina, Albina, Sarah, Ahya, Amelia, serta rakan-rakan seperjuangan yang lain yang banyak membantu Pempetisyen dalam berkongsi ilmu pengetahuan serta maklumat tentang pelbagai perkara perundangan sepanjang tempoh belajar di latihan dalam dan juga tempoh latihan dalam kamar. Dan Pempetisyen juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada rakan-rakan di bangku sekolah di SMK Sultan Ismail yang juga bersama-sama memberikan semangat dan dorongan untuk meneruskan perjalanan bagi menamatkan latihan dalam kamar. Pempetisyen ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua insan yang terlibat secara langsung atau tidak langsung yang telah banyak membantu Pempetisyen dalam kejayaan pada hari ini. Pempetisyen percaya bahawa hari ini Pempetisyen berdiri di hadapan Mahkamah yang mulia adalah atas doa, jasa dan sokongan semua insan-insan tersebut. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan di bawah undang-undang dan semua kertas kausa Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya tidak ada bantahan terhadap petisyen ini.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, surat cara adalah teratur. Tiada bantahan daripada Kamar Peguam Negara Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Johor tiada bantahan terhadap petisyen ini.
Baik, terima kasih.
Oleh yang demikian Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon satu perintah agar Pempetisyen dapat diterima masuk dan daftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Baik, terima kasih Cik Amira binti Amir Hamzah. Saya dengan ini dan di bawah kuasa yang terletak hak atas diri memerintahkan bahawa anda dimasuki dan didaftaraikan selaku Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Yang Arif, dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mohon untuk Mahkamah yang mulia membenarkan Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya.
Silakan. Baik, terima kasih.
Terima kasih Arif.
Selanjutnya kes nombor 6 dalam senarai Yang Arif. Nombor kes WA 18-409-03 tahun 2020. Pempetisyen Yap Yung Chen.
Dengan izin Arif, saya Engki Chang bagi pihak Pempetisyen Yap Yung Chen pada hari ini. rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia, Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Johor yang telah diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin yang Mahkamah yang Mulia ini, saya ingin memberikan sedikit pengenalan tentang latar belakang Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen merupakan anak keempat kepada Encik Yap Su Kiong dan Puan Siu Hia Tan yang dilahirkan di Sabah pada 1 Oktober tahun 1990. Bapa Pempetisyen telah meninggal dunia sejak tahun 2002, manakala ibu Pempetisyen bekerja sebagai ibu tunggal dan kemudian berkahwin dengan Encik Ang Yu pada tahun 2006. Pempetisyen dan keluarganya telah berpindah ke Johor Bahru sejak tahun 2002. Kini, ibu Pempetisyen adalah seorang suri rumah tangga dan sukarelawan gereja. Pempetisyen menerima pendidikan awalnya di Sekolah Kebangsaan Yok Chin dan kemudian melanjutkan pelajarannya di Sekolah Menengah Funyu Johor Bahru. Setelah tamat pendidikan menengah, Pempetisyen telah meneruskan pembelajarannya dalam bidang perundangan secara part-time pada tahun 2011 di University of London External Program dan bekerja sebagai paralegal secara full-time di firma kewangan di Singapura untuk membayar yuran pelajarannya. Pempetisyen telah menamatkan pengajian pada tahun 2015 dan meneruskan kerja di Singapura sebagai penasihat undang-undang di syarikat Singapura. Dengan sokong yang diberikan oleh keluarganya, Pempetisyen mengambil keputusan untuk bekerja di Johor Bahru dan mengambil peperiksaan sijil amalan kewangan pada tahun 2019. Pada bulan Mac tahun 2020, Pempetisyen telah menjalankan latihan dalam kamar firma kewangan Ketuan Lee and Tengku Asrinah di Johor Bahru di bawah bimbingan rakan bijaksana saya iaitu Encik Lee Teng Kiat. Sepanjang tempoh latihannya, Pempetisyen telah diberikan pendarahan yang meluas berkaitan dengan profesi perundangan yang sebenar dan pengalaman yang sangat berharga untuk dipraktikkan dalam masa hadapan. Pempetisyen sangat bersyukur dengan ilmu yang telah diperolehi sepanjang tempoh latihan dalam kamar dan Pempetisyen dengan ini ingin meluahkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada pengajarnya iaitu Encik Lee Teng Kiat atas bimbingan dan tunjuk ajar yang diberikan. Tidak lupa juga rakan kongsi Ketuan Lee dan Tengku Asrina iaitu Puan Tengku Asrina binti Raja Abdul Aziz, Encik Yau Kui Yong dan Puan Santi Palachandran. Peguam-peguam dan staf-staf di firma tersebut yang tidak pernah jemu memberikan tunjuk ajar kepada Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen ingin memberikan penghargaan yang tidak terhingga dan ucapan ribuan terima kasih kepada ibunya Puan Siu Hia Tan dan bapa angkatnya Encik Ang Yu yang telah banyak berkorban untuk memastikan Pempetisyen mencapai cita-citanya menerusi pendidikan yang sempurna. Pempetisyen juga berterima kasih kepada adik-beradiknya iaitu Yap Yong Min, Yap Yun Lee, Yap Yong Yuan, Yap Yong Wei dan Yap Jin Chang yang sentiasa memberi semangat dan sokongan kepada Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen sedar bahawa tanpa kasih sayang pekat, pengorbanan dan dorongan seluruh ahli keluarganya, Pempetisyen tidak mungkin boleh berada di sini. Selain itu, Pempetisyen ingin merakamkan penghargaan terhadap suaminya iaitu Encik Gavin G. Lojingau yang telah memberi sokongan dan galakan dalam perjalanan hidup Pempetisyen sejak 11 tahun lalu. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang layak untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara oleh Mahkamah yang Mulia ini. Saya percaya semua dokumen berada dalam keadaan teratur dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Johor tidak memberi sebarang bantahan ke atas petisyen ini. Dengan ini, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Pempetisyen Cik Yap Yong Chen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada bantahan daripada Kamar Peguam Negara Yang Arif.
Okay.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Johor tiada bantahan terhadap Pempetisyen ini.
Terima kasih. Mr.
Yeah, Yang Arif, may I pray for an order for the petitioner to be admitted?
Very well. Puan Yap Yung Chen, Dewan Kuasa yang terletak hak di atas diri saya memerintahkan bahawa anda dengan ini dimasuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Dan
dengan izin Yang Arif, saya juga memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen mencubakan dirinya.
Silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih.
Ini kes yang terakhir dalam senarai Yang Arif, nombor 7 dalam senarai, kes WA 1837702 tahun 2020, Pempetisyen Gan Bunyi
dengan izin Yang Arif. Nama saya Johanan Pempetisyen dan saya hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Gan Bunyi pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Peguam Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Johor yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujaan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Silakan.
Thank you, Ma'am. Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner, this young man, Gan Bunyi. He was born on the 29th of May 1994 and is the first child of Mr. Gan Kian An and Madam Tan Sui In. He completed his early education in SJK Funyu 4 before continuing his secondary education at the Funyu High School here in Johor Bahru. He went on to read law at Queen's University, Belfast in the United Kingdom, and he graduated with a proud second-class honours first division. Upon completing his law degree, he went on to complete his bar studies at the City University of London in the United Kingdom and was called to the English bar, my lord, at the Middle Temple. Upon completion of his bar studies, he went on to do his pupillage with Messrs. Gan and Lim under the tutelage of Mr. Gan Teck Cheong. Today, before your lordship, the petitioner wishes to register his utmost gratitude to his family for being his pillar of strength in his life. He would like first to thank his parents, Mr. Gan Kian An and Madam Tan Sui In, who always encouraged him to achieve greater heights in life. And without their unwavering love, support and encouragement, he would not be here today. The petitioner would also like to thank his late grandfather, Mr. Gan Chan Lim, for his unconditional love and care, and to his grandmother, Madam Lim Sui Eng, who has always made sure that the petitioner and his siblings were always well fed. Besides, the petitioner is also blessed to have a younger sister, Gan Wei Yan, and a younger brother, Gan Wei Ru, who have always been his greatest supporters in life. My lord, given the fact that the parents can never appear on the virtual hearing, I have got a picture of the family and seek your permission to just put it up for a moment, my lord.
Certainly, please do so.
Thank you, my lord. This picture. Is it up now?
Yes, it is.
This is a picture of the petitioner with his family, and this is his father, Mr. Gan Kian An, and his mom, Madam Tan Sui In, and his siblings, his sister and his brother. And here we see it before the Middle Temple.
Very well. Very nice picture.
Thank you for allowing me to do that. Going further on, he wishes to express his heartfelt gratitude to his pupil master, Mr. Gan Teck Cheong, for his patience, guidance, and opportunities given to him throughout his pupillage and the time at the firm. Mr. Gan Teng Cheong, to the petitioner, has always been a life mentor who has given constructive and valuable advice through this young man's life. Whilst in Belfast, this young petitioner has gone on to make valuable friends, and one valuable friend has been his girlfriend, Miss Joey Chua Chiafen, for being by his side through all his ups and downs. And I have a picture, and may I, with your permission, just to highlight this.
Yes, please carry on.
Thank you, my lord. And here you see the petitioner with his girlfriend on a very tight budget. They're just sharing one glass of a drink. Moving on, the petitioner would like to convey his appreciation to his dear friends, Mr. Chua Ji Heng, and his friends he met whilst in Belfast, for bringing joy and light into his life, especially Mr. Clement Fong and his, what has been described as his 51 Camden Street gang, made up of Mr. Jimmy To, Mr. Tan Ke Seong, Mr. Nicholas Ng, Ms. Chua Pei Lin, and he would like to also thank Mr. Lee Sheng Hong and Mr. Ho Zeng Tao for their support. And lastly, to Mr. Fu Jiang Yan, who has offered his notes to the petitioner while he was studying. Finally, the petitioner would like to thank all his colleagues at Gun and Lim for their patience, guidance, and assistance, especially Ms. Wong Wan Ting. The petitioner has taken a special interest in looking at the underprivileged in this country. And in his words, he sees this country as multi-ethnic, but he also sees that there are many groups have fallen through the cracks. And it is in the interest, as he sees it, that public interest as a lawyer is to advance the interests of all without fear or favor, and to draw upon his skills and his learning to represent the best interests for all people, regardless of stature, regardless of position in life, for access to justice. And he believes that justice must be accessible to all. My lord, this young man is, I believe, a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe the papers are in order, my lord, and the relevant bodies have no objections.
With your permission, my lord, all papers are in order. No objection from Attorney General Chambers, my lord.
Very well, thank you.
My lord, the Johor Bar Committee and the Bar Council of Malaysia have no objection towards the petitioner.
Very well, thank you.
Thank you, my learned friends. Therefore, my lord, I humbly ask that Mr. Gan Bunyi be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Very well. Mr. Gan Bunyi, under the powers vested in me, you are hereby admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
It leaves me this last request, my lord, a permission that the petitioner self-roll before your lordship.
Please go ahead, Mr. Gan.
Obliged, my lord.
Thank you. You may be seated, Mr. Gan.
Terima kasih, Arif. Kesemua pempetisyen diminta untuk berdiri untuk mendengar ucapan dan pesanan dari Yang Arif.
Very well. Learned movers, learned representatives of the Attorney General's Chambers, the Malaysian Bar and the Johor Bar, pupil masters, members of the Bar, parents, family members, and friends of newly admitted members who I would assume may be following these proceedings on YouTube. Members of the Bar, ladies and gentlemen, saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi tahniah dan syabas kepada anda bertujuh atas kejayaan diterima masuk sebagai Peguambela dan Peguamcara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, walaupun di YouTube, tetapi effectively di Johor Bahru pada pagi ini. Sesungguhnya hari ini merupakan satu detik permulaan yang amat bermakna di dalam kehidupan anda, di mana anda memulakan kerjaya yang boleh dikatakan mencabar akan tetapi memuaskan, memenuhi dan menarik. Dengan ini saya akan meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris. I sincerely share in the justified pride that I see in your faces that comes with the fulfillment of your aspirations. You are now officers of the court, or to use an age-old expression for this morning's proceedings, you have just been called to the bar. Your presence here is a milestone event. It is both an end and a beginning. An end in the sense that the past few years of dedicated study, hard work, and perseverance at university or law school and pupillage are over, and a beginning in the sense that what awaits you next in this profession are many more years of dedicated study, hard work, and perseverance. For that, my learned friends, are the hallmarks of all good advocates and solicitors. Now, the call to the bar ceremony is one that is replete with significance. It means that every day hereafter, you will be known as a lawyer and you will deserve to be addressed as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. Now, this designation is permanent and does not end even when you eventually retire or cease practice. So long as you preserve the high standards and ideals of the profession and not be subject to dire disciplinary proceedings that might strip you of that high honor. Your stature today changes everything. From this day forward, it is as an advocate and solicitor that you will present yourself to members of the public, to your clients, to your peers, and even to your family and friends. But this privilege begets responsibilities, which in the case of the legal profession is perhaps more burdensome than in many other professions. You are required to uphold justice and at the same time to be true to yourself and to your clients in discharging your duties as a lawyer, at the same time as you carry the burden of being an officer of the court whilst acting at all times without fear or favor, a heavy burden indeed. That this is a noble profession is without doubt, but that dignity and nobility is dependent upon those who practice and preserve its values. Those values, simply put, are that of integrity, trustworthiness, selfless duty to the court and to the client, and mutual respect for other lawyers, government legal officers, officials of the court, and such others within the system, such as interpreters, court clerks, and such like personnel. These ethical and moral foundations have formed the bedrock of the legal profession from time immemorial. That robe, ladies and gentlemen, that you have just adorned yourself with is a very heavy one. Heavy with history, tradition, duty, and responsibility. You have worked hard to wear it, so do so. Wear it with the same pride, dignity, and the perseverance of all those who have come before you and who have upheld the traditions of the bar without fear or favor. I once again express my sincere congratulations to all of you and my hope that every day of your life in this noble profession of the law will be as rich and satisfying as this day. You have achieved this glorious milestone. May your lives be forever enriched by it. With that, mahkamah dengan ini ditangguhkan. Terima kasih.
That is all for today, Arif. Thank you, Arif.